And the nightly protests in Ferguson, Missouri over a deadly police shooting are not letting up. Street violence raged for hours last night. At least 2 people in a crowd of protesters were shot, 2 businesses burned, and 4 officers were injured by rocks or bottles, and police arrested 31 people.
And all of this started just hours after National Guard troops arrived in Ferguson. Vladimir Duthiers is also in Ferguson, where locals blame a small group of agitators for triggering last night's violence. Vladimir, good morning.
Good morning. I'm here at the command center, and behind me are several members of the Missouri National Guard. Now, their presence and the lifting of the midnight curfew had many here hoping that the streets would remain calm.
For 8 consecutive nights, demonstrators had clashed with police in Ferguson. But Monday night, the two marched together peacefully until a small group of protesters instigated the start of Monday's violence. Charles Borage told us the men were working against the message of the larger crowd.
We grabbed those that were trying to move the violence forward and move them back. We grabbed them, literally. Caught you with the bottle in hand.
Protesters turned their backs, forming a human barricade to prevent the violent few from reaching police, who pulled back and formed their own line of defense. Arrests were made with the help of protesters. But the flare-up led to an hours-long standoff between heavily armed police and demonstrators. Many cleared out as the night devolved into a now familiar scene of tear gas, smoke bombs, rubber bullets, riots, and looting.
I stood there and listened over the radio and heard the screams of those officers who were under gunfire. I saw a car pull up and drop a gentleman off, had him shot in the hand, and was dazed walking down the street. We can't have this.
Monday marked the first night without a midnight curfew since the worst of the riots began. Missouri Governor Jay Nixon lifted the restrictions after deploying the National Guard to Ferguson. But the military presence has angered many who feel added law enforcement has done little to secure the community.
We should be able to walk our streets. We should be able to go to our stores without having the threat of being killed in cold blood. We should have that right. This ain't no community. This is a hood. You want to know why I say hood? Because we don't feel safe in these streets.
Now we're told public schools will remain closed in Ferguson for the 2nd day in a row. District officials saying they're doing that because of the continued unrest in the region. Nora?
All right, Vlad, thank you so much.